Hi, I'm Tom Campbell from Cultaholic.com, joined by Oven Fresh Adam Pacitti.
I like that one. I'm a big fan. I've just clocked myself in the viewfinder there, and I look a bit like Baron Corbin today, like a crap Weatherspoons employee.
Tell you
Quite
what,
like it.
You sort out some drinks for Moon Underwater, table 19, and we'll get you some news. Roman Reigns' attacker has been revealed. We have an update on Goldberg's plans after SummerSlam. And talking of SummerSlam, a brand new match to the card. We'll talk on that soon. Go home SmackDown, more like go home SmackDown, you're drunk. Am I right? Last SmackDown before SummerSlam happened last night, and we got to the bottom of the WWE's greatest who done it. Done it! Done it! Done it! Done it!
That was good. You made up for your crap joke at the beginning there with that. Well done.
Thank you very much, mate. So we know who did the thing to Roman Reigns.
Yes, so after a match with The New Day versus Bryan and Rowan that was set up earlier in the night, Buddy Murphy is confronted by Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns, for once, looking like a total badass here. He actually looked cool, didn't he?
He threw Buddy Murphy basically to the moon. It was ridiculous.
This is when Roman looks his best, isn't it? When he's booked in this way, the guy who just doesn't give a you-know-what.
Yeah.
And it really, really worked for me. At the end of this, Buddy Murphy revealed that it was, in fact, Rowan, of all people. He said that, was it Bryan and Rowan? Is what was asking. Like, no, I only saw Rowan. Just Rowan.
Well, of course, it was always going to be Rowan.
Oh, yeah, well.
Daniel Bryan, you know, he can't chuckle a scaffolding around. No, he's got a big old heavy boy like Rowan to do it.
But you've got to believe that he did it for Bryan, right?
I did it for Bryan.
Surely.
The great vegan hope I did it for.
I really like this because it's addressed two of the things that have been circulating on the internet in recent weeks. The first being Buddy Murphy was seen in that video, and then Rowan was seen to the side of the interview area in the other video from, was it this week's Raw? I think it was this week's Raw.
Yeah.
And so all of that has come together. It's like Roman reads the dirt sheet, isn't it? It's really good.
Couldn't help but notice Dave Meltzer said, Buddy, that you were there. Also from SmackDown last night, we saw a nice interaction between Charlotte and Trish.
Yes.
Some smack talk and then a literal smack to the face.
Mm-hmm.
And we saw Dolph Ziggler come out to Goldberg's theme.
Good stuff.
Doing the whole hype up Goldberg thing. And Shane McMahon tipped the announce table onto Kevin Owens on his own.
A huge feat of strength for the best in the world, now the strongest in the world.
You know when you play in 2K19 and you decide just to create a wrestler and just max all their stats out?
Yes.
That's what Shane McMahon is. He's a maxed out core.
You know what? I'm not going to whinge about this too much because touch wood, touch all the wood in the world here.
Exactly
this is going to end. This is going to end. This is going to end on Sunday night. Kevin Owens is going to be the man to finally put Shane away.
Fingers crossed. So Goldberg, a big part of SummerSlam this weekend, and it looks like he ain't going to be going away after Adam Pacitti.
Absolutely. This comes via the Wrestling Observer, who discussed the strong relationship that we all know Paul Heyman and Bill Goldberg had, and said that there's a strong possibility that the plan may be to keep Goldberg around after SummerSlam. He described this as a Bruno Sammartino kind of role, somebody who comes in, kicks some ass, and then goes away for a bit. Sort of like Brock Lesnar, I guess, in a way as well.
Aren't you just bringing in another Brock Lesnar?
So just a sort of a showcase attraction.
Yeah, that's it. But that's sort of, again, a role that they've been building for Braun Strowman. And a role that they already have with The Big Show, who's not doing a whole lot at the moment. They seem to have a lot of showcase attractions knocking around at the moment. I've got no issue with Goldberg being that, though. I think there's something about, how quick were we? And I say we as in fans. When you watch Raw on Monday night, and all the fans know that he went to Saudi Arabia and he had a stinker against The Undertaker, right? How wonderfully warm was that reception the moment he walked out?
Yeah,
How big was that pop of the night?
I felt the exact same. It's one of those things that you want to be like, oh no, not this again, another nostalgia act coming in, taking a spot away from one of the boys. Where's Andrade, where's Ali on SummerSlam? But when it actually happens, it's very difficult not to get excited, especially if you grew up in that period, right? And Monday I thought was terrific. I thought it was so cool. And the pop says everything. There's a reason that they are, that's the microwave again. There's a reason that they are bringing these guys in, because they do still draw. It does certainly present a problem for the future. because these guys aren't going to be around forever. That's a really big issue that we could talk about at length for a long, long time. So, I don't know, I'm looking forward to this match. Who would have thought a Goldberg Dolph Ziggler match would be something to be excited for, but I am.
And you talk about like how they should be using this as a way to push forward. Ziggler winning?
No, it's not.
Ziggler? Yeah, winning? No.
His time is gone.
He's just taking a battering, isn't he, and then clearing off.
Yeah, go and do some comedy, Dolph. You're a fairly funny man on Twitter. Sometimes, maybe.
Fairly funny man.
You're no Adam Pacitti, but you're all right.
AEW, AEW, AEW. Not my words, the words of somebody that has forgotten 23 letters of the alphabet, and the words of all Elite Wrestling fans when the second and third venues for the TV tapings were announced yesterday, Adam Pacitti.
Yes, you've left me with a very difficult job of trying to pronounce
I did it on the Cultaholic Daily News podcast. Download now, subscribe, give us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts.
So, it's in Boston, in the Agnes Arena.
Push pineapple, shake the tree.
And then the third one is in Philadelphia, hot Philly crowd, that's all good stuff. In the Liacouras Center. I hate you, Tom.
Tell us in the comments how wrong we are and how small my hands are.
But there's more to talk about here, because the AEW, the official Twitter account, has followed some very interesting venues on Twitter.
They have indeed. Now, you've pronounced the first two difficult ones, so I'm going to take this bit off you. I think it's only fair. Right, the T-Mobile Arena in Vegas, the Q Arena in Cleveland, Ohio, the Smoothie King Center in New Orleans.
You're skipping the hard ones.
The Target Center in Minneapolis.
Shut up. The Fiserv Forum, Milwaukee, Little Caesars Arena, Detroit, PNC Arena, Raleigh, North Carolina, T-Mobile, Vegas, Q, Cleveland, Seattle, Smoothie King, New Orleans, Toyota, Houston, Target, Minneapolis, Wells Fargo, Philly, Pepsi, Denver, Forum, Inglewood, Sears, Chicago, Illinois.
What happened to that wrestler? So now these are all the places now that there's no suggestion that this is going to be where any of the venues are going to be, but this is the AEW account following them on Twitter.
Yes, and bigger venues than one may perhaps assume, and more interestingly perhaps, venues that WWE run here.
Exactly.
All the time.
And if you look at the venues and look at what's been there in the past, a lot of WWE, not just TV shows, but pay-per-views have been held at some of these places. I believe the Target Center has held a couple of pay-per-views there as well.
Yes.
So it shows you really exactly where they're going with this one. But as we say, it is just a list of places they follow on Twitter.
It would be unusual to follow these without reason.
Yeah, but I follow a health center.
Fair.
Go home 205 live. More like go home 205 live. Yeah, you've done that gag already, Tom. Get over it. We have one more match announced for SummerSlam, and it's for the Cruiserweight Championship. Only Lorcan winning a 6-pack challenge last night. A good 6-pack challenge as well. Big fan of that. And now he's going to take on Drew Gulak at the biggest party of the summer.
Yeah, it was an absolutely terrific match, and you can't be annoyed about Only Lorcan getting a big match on a really grand stage. Good for Lorcan.
Can I tell you something really sad?
Go on.
Right. My version of 2K19, Only Lorcan's been my champion for about 3 months.
What, like Universal or WWE?
WWE champion.
Big boy championship.
Beat Lesnar for it.
Why are you such a big fan? Beat Lesnar for it?
Beat Lesnar for it. He's so fun to play as on the game.
He is
he's
really,
like,
really
just
good,
like bang, bang, really cool strike moves. And he's just got a fun look. And he just walks out doing that. It's good times.
So, to move on from that, we're going to run down the entire SummerSlam 2019 card. The Campbellometer is coming out once again. We don't have a graphic, but pretend one is there. We're going to run down every single match. Let's start with that Cruiserweight match.
So, just to confirm, 1 being uncambled, 5 being overtly cambled.
Yes, 10 being soul cambled.
Oh, so we're doing up to 10 for this one?
No, 1 to 5. 1 to 5.
Soul Campbell's 10 anyway.
The Cruiserweight match that we just talked about.
I'm going to give that he's my champion, so that's going to get a 3.9.
Ooh, Bill Berg versus Mr. Ziggles.
That's going to be a 4, a quick 4.
Fish Stratus versus, I don't have one for that's what we called the fish when I was locked in the room with the fish for Hell in the Smell thing. Trish versus Charlotte. I'm not going to continue with stupid names.
I'm going to give this one, let me just put it into my calculator, 3.9.
Okay. US title, AJ Ricochet.
3.4. Huh? I really want to care about it, but like it's the booking's been so cack-handed.
It wasn't the hottest lead up on Raw, I'd say that
they
much.
Should be having a stellar match, but
oh yeah, it could be great. Finn versus The Fiend.
That's a 5, and that's the one I'm excited about. Don't ruin it.
Kevin Owens versus the best in the world, Shane McMahon, and now they're the strongest man in the world also.
3.6 on this one.
Wow, that's gone down.
I think for some reason seeing Shane McMahon tipping the announce table over has kind of killed it a bit for me.
It's a bit much, isn't it?
It's a bit much.
But you know what? This is mental, and people are going to go nuts at me for this. But I think Shane not being properly on SmackDown last week and not properly on Raw this week actually hurt him. They should have hammered him down our throats just that little bit more, so we're all incensed, and then done the table spot, and then Kevin Owens gets rid of him. I think they've done it the wrong way round a little bit here. I'll move on. SmackDown Women's Champion Bayley versus Ember Moon.
That's 3.
3 really?
2.9.
Wow. Kofi Autumn.
Now, I'm a bit higher on this. That's going to be a 3.8 now. Because they did a thing on SmackDown that was really good. Like a video package thing that was really good.
Right, I saw it.
I'm sold on that now.
Kofi, WWE posted, you know, when Kofi beat up, trashed Orton's car.
Yeah.
And poured paint all over it. They did that, and Kofi retweeted it with the little eyes emoji. Oh, yeah, that's good. I like that. The Raw Women's Champion Becky Lynch versus Natalya in a submission match.
That's a 4, I reckon. I'm excited for that. I think that they're trying to make Natalya heel-ish, but it's Toronto. They're going to pop for her.
Yeah, absolutely.
They will.
The one place that will.
Exactly.
And finally, the Universal Championship, Brock Lesnar versus little bitch Seth Rollins.
That's like a 2.9. I'm really I know they tried to really curry favour by having Seth Rollins just be basically the knight from Holy Grail, from the Monty Python film, who just keeps getting his limbs cut off and going, all right, we'll call it a draw.
I love that. It was pulling a fakie. It was playing possum, and then he runs out and just goes, taken down, you little twat. Fantastic. Do the outro. You haven't got an outro.
I haven't got one, so here's
my outro. Tight-fitting t-shirt. You know the score. Goodbye.
Bye, love you, bye.
Thanks for watching. Let us know what you think in the comments down below. You can follow us on Twitter at Cultaholic. You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Cultaholic. If you enjoy what we do here at Cultaholic, you can pledge to us on Patreon. That's patreon.com/Cultaholic. And most importantly, don't forget to hit subscribe and join us.